Hello, I'm Cody Whipple with the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission. Welcome to our virtual Introduction to Ice Fishing series of videos. Today we're joined by a special guest, Jordan Allison. Jordan is a fisheries biologist with the Division of Environmental Services. Right now it's starting to get a little bit windy out here, so he's going to introduce you how you can ensure to fish in comfort and show you how he sets up your typical hub style shelter.
So what we have here is a hub shelter, and it comes in this nice bag. It weighs approximately 45 to 50 pounds, and it folds out to about 8 by 8, which can comfortably fish 3 to 4 people. So in order to get started, you got to take the hub shelter out of the bag. And these hub shelters, especially on windy days, come with anchoring kits. And what the anchoring kits are ice screws, and there are predetermined tie-down points in the shack that you're going to put these through, and these will hold your shack in place, which is especially important if you don't want to chase it across the ice on windy days. So we'll get the shack out. And what this is it's just a series of insulated fabric and flexible pulls that flex out and provide you with some rigidity so that you can fish out of the wind. So there's another safety strap on it that comes off. So what you want to do is you want to slowly unfold it, make sure that you don't cause any rips. But then there's these handles that are on all the sides. So what you want to do is you just want to pull out on the handles, and it will start to set up very nice and easily for you. Now this is very easy to do when there's no wind, but on a windy day it's helpful to have a second person. Now that we have all the sides popped out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open it up, and we're going to pop the top out. As you can see, this is the last thing left to do before your fish's house is ready to fish out of. If it's not windy, you don't have to put the anchors in. I do recommend it just so that you don't have to chase your hub around. So the next thing I'm going to do is use my handy dandy cordless drill. And you can do this by hand, but these little tools make it much easier. So what this does is essentially goes over the end of your ice house, your ice anchor, and it allows you to drill the ice anchor right into the ice. So these are generally put in on all the corners, and there's also some guy lines that can go up if it's really windy. So what you want to do is you just want to put it on the ice, get it in your anchor point, and turn it into the ice. So what you'll do is you'll do that on all 4 corners, and if it's windy, you can do it on the guy lines, and I'll actually demonstrate that as well. What you're going to want to do is come 2 or 3 feet away from your shack, put one in, and then there's these nice little pockets that hold the rope. You undo your rope here, and then I have these little cams on here. And the cams go right around your ice anchor. They come up through, and you pull the line out, and there you go. You have your ice shack connected to the ice, and now you're going to make sure that the wind doesn't blow the sides in when you're fishing inside of it. Now that you have your ice hut set up, the next thing to do is take your gear inside. So like I said, this will fish 3 to 4 people. I enjoy fishing off of buckets. You can use folding camp chairs, anything that keeps you up off the ice. Then also you can run a little buddy heater inside your ice shack if you like. And that will keep you and allow you to fish in comfort. On days when it's 20 degrees outside, running the heater, I've actually fished in a t-shirt. So I'll go in and I'll put these in the shack. And then the next step for you to do is to drill your holes, and we've already demonstrated that. But you can see these are spacious, they're relatively inexpensive, and they're great for families. I think this one was around $280. They make many different models at many different price points, but this is a way for you to enjoy the ice when you're out on the lake in relative comfort, even when it's windy or during inclement weather conditions. Oftentimes when I'm out on the ice, I'm sharing that experience with family members and friends, and often what I like to do is feed them while we're out there. So you can bring things along such as a small portable Coleman grill, and here are some homemade deer sausages that I've made after hunting season this year to share to keep you nice and warm, because there's nothing like having a hot meal while you're out on the ice. It helps you to break up the day, especially if the fishing slow, and it also is nice to keep you warm, because nothing like having a hot bowl of soup or a warm hot sausage helps to keep you on the ice in comfort. So let's get started cooking, and we'll see what else we might have around. So now that we got the grill going, I'm going to throw the sausages on, and I'll show you some other things that I bring along with me to keep me nice and warm and have the creature comforts of home. So oftentimes I'll bring a thermos full of coffee or hot chocolate, whatever you depend. Also helps to keep you warm while you're out on the ice. You can bring any types of snacks, especially when you have young kids along: chips, fruits, vegetables, anything that you can keep them out there and keep them occupied with. And there's even some quirky things that I bring along when I'm out on the ice. So things like my ice fishing mascot. This is Petey the Penguin, and he travels with me on most of my ice fishing trips. So there are all kinds of different things that you can take on the ice with you to entertain yourself while you're not catching fish, if you're having a slow day. But hopefully you are catching fish using some of the instructions that we found or that we've showed you during these videos. But these are all ways that you can just maximize your time on the ice and enjoy your time with friends and family.